Hello there, welcome to another very interesting edition of hashtags here on VOP TV. That's right, a show that is all about everything trending on social media. The good, the bad, the ugly, the gossips, the gist, everything, the buzz, we talk about it all on here. I mean, I'm here to just serve you the tea from social media. So I bring the tea directly to your screens, okay? Yes. Well, I'm Kayla, and we just talk about everything on hashtags. It is politics, entertainment, sports, business, and many more. We literally just get into all the sectors and dissect what is happening in those sectors, but what is really trending on social media. Do you get it? Yeah, so when you're busy all day working and just bustling behind, sorry, let me try to be cordial, but when you're busting your behind off, yes, you may not, be abreast with what's going on social media. And I'm here to just do that for you. I'm about to give you the gist, what people are really talking about, okay? Yes, welcome to another edition. Do not forget you could be a part of the show. Just join us on YouTube. We're at Voice of the People TV. And on social media, we're at VOP TV Live, all right? Yes, well, we're going to get into today's gist. We have some interesting hashtags, and it looks like this celebrity beef, let me say the music industry beef with some individuals and some music artists are not ending anytime soon, because it looks like at this point podcast is going to be the real reason why some of these artists are going to come and face themselves in person at some point, because podcast is doing a lot. Well, I know you do not have an idea of what I'm talking about, but I wouldn't get into it just yet. We'll be taking a quick break, but when I come back I would dissect and spill everything for you, and we will take reactions on social media. Do not go anywhere. It is still hashtags here on VOP TV. Welcome back to hashtags here on VOP TV, a favorite show, a favorite show that it's all about everything trending on social media, okay? Yes, well, before the break I said we have some interesting things to talk about, and I did mention that it looks like podcast here in Nigeria is really going to be a big problem, because at this point some individuals, especially well-known individuals and celebrities, are going to finally come and fight themselves in person, just like Portable and Mr. Phenomenal did in the boxing ring. Do you guys recall that event? Exactly. Well, it looks like some of these artists and some of the celebrities are going to finally face themselves in person at some point, because podcast is really doing a lot. Why am I saying podcast? Well, let's get into the hashtags that have been trending all day before I get into why podcasts have been trending. Well, with the hashtag we've got is hashtag Burna Boy and hashtag Odumodu Black. Now, the reason why Burna Boy and Odumodu Black are trending is really for the same reason, but it's so interesting that the person that is making them trend on social media and making social media talk about them isn't even trending. That should say a lot. Let me just put it out there. That should say a lot for you, because the person making them trend is not trending on social media, but Burna Boy and Odumodu Black are trending on social media. Well, let's get into who is making them trend and who said what and who is saying things and who is responding back at those things. We're going to get into all of them right now, shall we? Well, ace Nigerian singer Jaywon Iledare, popularly known as Jaywon. You guys remember Jaywon now, with his very interesting song Ami, I believe, yeah, Ami. He has joined his colleague and the likes of other artists like Idris Abdul Karim to criticize other artists' demeanor and I believe attitude and boastful, characters. Well, Nigerian singer Jaywon has come out to criticize Burna Boy in particular, specifically Burna Boy's boastful demeanor. Well, you do recall recently as well, this same podcast situation made Idris Abdul Karim come out to say that he paved the way for Burna Boy. He paved the way for Wizkid. He paved the way for Davido. And in responding to that statement, Odumodu Black, who is another great upcoming Nigerian Heady-winning award artist, came out to say he doesn't think so. He really came out to refute those claims that Idris Abdulkarim made on a particular podcast and said he doesn't think he paved the way. Well, if he was one of those people in the industry that, did big things back then in the Nigerian industry, yes, he was one of those people, but he doesn't think he paved the way for Wizkid, Burna Boy, and Davido. Mind you, Odumodu's name was not mentioned, but Odumodu put himself in the gist, and Burna Boy actually came for him. Unfortunately, we do not have those tweets, but at some point it was really trending and it was really heated. I mean, Burna Boy even did come out to tell Idris at the time that he just pities the people that did come together to, donate money for his hospital bills at the time when he was dealing and suffering a kidney condition. Well, it got really messy, but after some time it calmed down, regardless of the fact that Burna Boy and Idris had gone back and forth on social media. Well, Odumodu later came out to say, personally, I think God paves the way for people, and your hard work and your diligence, your determination paves the way for you, not necessarily somebody. Yeah, Idris is one of those OGs in the industry, but he didn't pave the way for those other top artists. Well, that was Odumodu's take on this. Now, not just Idris coming out to say all of this. Now we've got Jaywon coming out again in another podcast, where he started saying when he started talking about his fallout on social media, and he really reinstated the exact words Idris used against Burna Boy. Okay, well, he buttressed his words by recalling when Davido gifted the Grammy Award winner, who is Davido, a customized 30 BG chain. Now, you do also recall that Burna Boy and Davido are also not on good terms now. I mean, literally anything Burna Boy does, 30 BG fans will react, and anything Davido does, the outsiders will react. Those are fans of Burna Boy, I beg your pardon. So these two are currently at loggerheads. There's been so many ways to bring them to a resolution and bring them to come together and be as they used to be before, but looks like that resolution is not happening anytime soon. Well, he compared it to the recent event. I mean, Jaywon compared it to the recent event when Burna gave Sheyi Vibes a customized diamond necklace. Okay, so I mean, he's saying, oh, Davido gifted Burna Boy a chain, and now they're not friends, they're not cool. But Burna Boy also recently gave Sheyi Vibes, who is a street hop Nigerian artist, a new street hop Nigerian artist doing things. He's also a Heady Award winner as well, and he gave Sheyi Vibes a customized diamond necklace. So he's trying to say, at the end of the day, Burna Boy shouldn't be completely condescending towards Davido, and maybe give him some respect, just because he's also done the same thing to Sheyi Vibes. And I mean, how is it going to feel if Sheyi Vibes turns against him? So that was what Jaywon was going to with that whole point of gifting one another chains and diamonds and all the diamonds flying in the air. Well, Jaywon went on to query how Burna Boy would feel if Sheyi Vibes later came out to say no one paved the way for him. In all of this is how Odumodu also got involved in the conversation. Well, Odumodu replied and clapped back to Jaywon, who also called him, or recently in this interview, berated Burna Boy and himself. And he's still insisting that no one in this music industry paved a way for all of them, including Odumodu himself. He's saying nobody paved the way for me, nobody paved the way for Burna Boy, and he's come out to tell Jaywon the exact same thing in this same podcast. Okay, well, Jaywon berated such artists during his guest appearance on a podcast where he spoke about Burna Boy. I mean, he said, and I quote, "Burna Boy is talented, everything, but when it comes to his attitude, it's like Burna saying nobody paved the way for me." How can you say that? It's a wrong thing to say. You don't understand. It's madness. This is according to Jaywon now, because that means you're saying from when you were little now until now, no one has inspired you. Well, this is what Jaywon had to say in this particular podcast. However, well, Odumodu responded and said, "No one paved the way for me." This is very interesting because now, as I speak, the outsiders are currently just fuming, responding towards Jaywon's statements. Lots of people feel, and lots of netizens online feel, that a lot of people are trying to, especially a lot of OGs or a lot of former big older artists in the industry, in the Nigerian music industry, are just forming ways and forming cabals, you know, and forming caucuses to really bring Burna Boy down. Now, you know, the fans of Burna Boy are not going to take this lightly, you know, right? Because the outsiders are always standing with him regardless. And this is not the first time, you know, you've gotten really interesting comments like this about Burna Boy. For a long time now, it feels like Burna Boy's PR strategy, according to some people, and even it looks like his way of doing things can be really condescending and aggressive. He's always exuded this aggressive attitude and character. You know, he's also exuded condescending towards his other peers, and many individuals, both in the music industry and even outside the industry, have commented on Burna Boy's attitude. Well, this is the same thing Idris said in this podcast last week. Now, Jaywon is literally reiterating what. Oh no, he's reinstating what Idris said, and it looks like, well, everybody is on to Burna Boy's attitude. But some people are saying, what's the case with the attitude anyway? Burna Boy is big. Burna Boy is doing well. He's doing well. He's winning awards, Grammy awards. He's doing things, and they feel this is just a way to get him to feel inferior and feel, you know, intimidated. So lately, outsiders have been typing and are really furious. But before we get into what they are saying and what even people had to say about Odumodu, what Odumodu himself had to say, and Jaywon's response back to Odumodu, we're going to get into all of that because it's a lot as I speak to you. There's so much heat on social media between these three artists, although none of them have really come out to talk about anything except Odumodu. But we're going to get into this video where Jaywon stated all of this, then we get into reactions on social media, okay? So let's take a look at this video where Jaywon had so much to say, and we will get into reactions.
Everything, but when it comes to that attitude, it's like Burna saying nobody paved way for him. How do you say that? It's a very wrong thing to say. You don't understand, it's madness. Because that means you are saying from when you were little to now, no one has inspired you. And some people will say inspirations inspire, somebody inspires you is different from somebody open doors for you. Tell me, if somebody do not do it first, where do people behind learn from? Davido once gave you a chain, a 30BG chain, to Burna Boy. That is a huge contribution to his career. It's like the same thing he's doing for Sheyi Vibe now. He gave Sheyi Vibe a chain. Will Sheyi Vibe come out and say, no, he did not open the way? Burna Boy has opened doors for every Nigerian artist that we can all go international. How will it sound if some kids wake up tomorrow and in 10 years' time and say, nobody opened the door for me?
Okay, no, so now I want to get to that. Your post on this issue, you said this was basically the crux of it. That, again, we have to go to Yoruba here. Then I'll say it in English. If I say it in two Yoruba ways, we pay makan in lo ye kan, we pay oye to say karaiwo, imbo wakan araide. In short, what goes around comes around. So your position is that even though Burna Boy is on top today and Idris is no longer, that it's only a matter of time before Burna Boy also gets all this that he's putting out.
It will. That is why. Listen, it's as an artist sometimes. It's not going to take anything from you. Just give kudos to those people that came before you. Just respect them.
All right, well, there you have it. That is what Jaywon had to say. Well, you know, before the video, I had to just give you guys a real summary of what's happening. I mean, the Odumodu, Burna Boy, how Odumodu got into the conversation, but it's really Burna Boy they're facing at right now. Idris did come out to say the same thing. Now, you heard it for yourself. Jaywon really came out again to reinstate that Burna Boy's attitude for him is a no-no. Like, how does he come out to say no one paved the way for him? And you you know, from this podcast, you can see that he's saying he has other people that he believes he has inspired. So how's it going to feel if those people come out tomorrow saying they didn't get inspired by anybody, you know, the likes of Shay Vibes and the rest? Well, yes, you can see that it looks like Burna Boy currently is in the mouth of many artists, especially the ones that are no longer really present in this industry any longer. These are people that have really, their time has come and it has gone. You know, they were once the big deal in the industry, but they're no longer there. And now Burna Boy is the happening thing. Davido, Wizkid, Rema, Ashake, and the likes. Well, I want to also say something. A lot of people feel that all this artists coming out to speak about, OG artists coming out to speak about the new ones or the current interesting hot sensational artists that we have now, are probably talking about this because they are bored and their brand is dead. Well, this is not me saying, but this is what some people have also come to say, because they said, well, Jaywon had apparently how many hits, and he's long forgotten, he's being long gone in the industry. Nobody even recalls Jaywon as much anymore, but now they feel he's just doing this to, you know, stir up some controversy around his brand and kind of come back and stay relevant. Same thing applies to Idris Abdul Karim. That's what some people have also come to say, like, what's going on with these guys? Can't you guys just move on and rest? Why do you have to come back and speak about other artists in your podcast or all in your interviews? Well, who knows what is happening, what's going on? Well, let's take a look at another video of Jaywon. The thing, we have multiple videos on this case, and a lot of people have also come to say, well, Burna Boy is really said it for himself. Nobody inspired him except Fela. So if Burna Boy says Fela inspired him, people should leave him now, Abi. Well, let's take a look at the videos before we get into reactions.
I jumped. I'm not, listen, first of all, a lot of people might know Idris, but I know Idris. I was on the same label with him. We were in Kenny's music together. And we had a couple of, you know, issues that, you know, when I said a lot of people they done stuff, I've ignored a lot of things. Sometimes I'm that kind of guy that just let it go. Almost, you don't go put money for our pocket now. It's not gonna help us in any way. Let it go. But I realize that letting some of these things go has not been helpful, because a lot of people just continue to take you for granted because they feel like he's gonna let it go. But Idris cannot call Burna Boy out. Different people can call Burna Boy out, but it's not Idris, because whatever Burna Boy has been doing for a minute, people like Idris started it. Idris is a bully.
Idris is a bully.
Bully, confirmed. Ask anybody that knows him. If you really know Idris, he can be nice sometimes. When he has money, he's one of the people that I know that I've never had any need to ask him for money. But I know a couple of people that say, oh, when he has money, he gives. When he has money, he gives. Babayeke too. I know Babayeke, probably one of the reasons Babayeke is very loyal, because Babayeke is number one, Idris loyal, loyal person. But Idris, you cannot call somebody like Burna Boy out. You cannot.
I mean, how do you know this? Have you and Idris had any personal?
He's on the line. He's online. He's everywhere. It's Google it.
Oh, really?
Idris once attacked me with his boys. Not only him, because me. I mean, Gonson Lori. So if you want to come and attack me, I always tell people, make sure you are prepared.
First of all, make sure you are a very trained fighter, because I'm a USC fan. If you are coming for me, you need to be. It's not going to be easy for you. That is one thing I know. Be you anybody. If you're gonna come for me, Jaywon, you need to be ready. No, it's not gonna be an easy fight for you to. When Idris attacked me, he knew he was not the only one. It was two of his boys were in the bus. And if I tell you what was the cause, you'd be like,
okay, so what was the cause?
It's like we went to have a carnival in not like my former hood, but a place where I once stayed, a place where they owe Alakara money, a place where they owe people, they know me for streets. They tell you, Baba.
All right, Jaywon, Idris, Burna Boy, Odumodu. You shall allow us rest. Zukwani Ike, what is happening? Okay, well, we going to take reactions right now on social media, because this is really all a lot at the moment. And some people also did dig up some tweets and dig up some old tweets when Jaywon used to really support Burna Boy. But I feel that when he got really close to Davido, it sparked some, you know, some beef and some row between Burna and Jaywon, and that they feel is the cause of Jaywon's reaction towards Burna Boy now. I feel that is why he is really acting this way or speaking about Burna Boy this way, because now Jaywon and Davido are cool, and everybody thinks when you're cool with Davido, it feels like you need to stop hanging out with Burna Boy. But is it true, really? Because Charlie Poppy is somebody doing all of that right now. But let's get into reactions on social media, right? We've got people saying a lot about this. As in, when I say is a lot, my people. And I'm here to serve you the tea, so just stay back and relax. Well, this is at Kelechi Collins 13. See all these before he met Davido at the headers. It's like when Davido wants to do something for anyone, he tells them to start hating on Burna Boy, and then he will bring that person close to him. Cause how did Jaywon from this to whatever he said today, Davido is controlling them? Well, that was when Jaywon, you know, did comment when Davido Jaywon did tweet to Burna Boy some years back. Well, this was Jaywon's tweet. Jaywon said, "God wey do am for Burna Boy is still alive. Don't give up on your dreams. Stay alive and continue working. Oluwa is picking your call next." Ajia Wario. This is also another tweet from Jaywon at the time. This was back in 2018. Wow, interesting. This was back in September 2018. He says, Burna Boy is one of the best things that ever happened to Afrobeat. Well, Jaywon also said many things that day. Take it or you leave it. A Burna Boy this year is on another level. Hashtag respect that nigga. Smoke some weed by at Burna Boy is the song of my life. Best do LOL. Jaywon had so much to say. He was really, you know, hyped about Burna Boy at some time. Over years, you know, back in 2013, we brought just different pictures and different years of different tweets and different years of Jaywon and how much he used to, should I even say, fantasize about Burna Boy. And currently, you know, he is now on this podcast saying his attitude, according to what he said, his attitude. And he's saying, oh, why would he say no one paved the way for him? Oh, it's interesting. You see, I don't know, people are just confused and questioning what's going on. Well, this is at Benny7GG. Well, I said this washed up guy claiming OG can't even manage to keep his hands moisturized, but somehow he's worried about who paved the way for Burna Boy. You're obviously worried about the wrong things, clown. Hey. Okay, some of you can be really very angry and ash on social media. Take it easy. This is that _daddy figure. Jaywon didn't say anything bad about Burna's career. In fact, he said Burna Boy opened international doors for Nigerian artists. He only said Burna was rude like Idris, and that's not stopping him from recognizing how good he is. But your Davido's dislike agenda must be pushed. Go on. Well, yeah, what is really happening, guys? Because Jaywon did say he's talented, everything. I mean, we've seen series of tweets back over the years now where Jaywon is always really giving Burna Boy his flowers and giving him just some very good encouragement online. But he's just talking about the attitude thing, you know? And a lot of people attribute everybody's brand to their attitude. At the end of the day, a lot of people will say, oh, you're good, you're talented, but your attitude is bad, your character is bad, you're pretty, uncouth, you know, you're not sophisticated, you know. So he didn't really say much about Burna's career. But do you think it's just Davido's fans and 30 BGs and outside are trying to do something here? Or this is at Alien Germain. It is totally okay for Burna Boy to say whatever he chooses to say. Wherever he is today is all best to his hard work and consistency. Okay, that's interesting. That's what people had to say for you. That's what Jermaine had to say for you. Well, this is at Update Boy X. People paved way for him, but waiting consign chain inside paving way. Had it been I know you before. Okay, so I'm sure you guys really know where this "Had it been, I know you before" comes from, right? Yo, you know where it's coming from. There's this current video of this lady and her interesting sound that has taken social media by storm. Now she's like, "I don't mean I know you before. I'm giving you a dirty slap." Well, this is at Mighty Boy 13, hated by his inferiors for not having no superiors. For having no superiors, I beg your pardon. So everyone paved way for Burna in the industry. Now mine no go touch ground. At this point, I don't even know. If Burna says nobody paved or Burna says nobody paved the way, leave him. I just think that's the best way to go about it. This is a Blvck. Two-Face paved the way for Wizkid. Okay. Wizkid paved the way for Davido. Okay. Burna Boy, Rema, Fireboy, Ashake, Thames. Oh, I didn't get the gist. Wait. So Two-Face paved the way for Wizkid, and this person is saying Wizkid paved the way for Davido, Burna Boy, Rema, Fireboy, Ashake, CK, Thames. Only Wizkid. Then Olamide paved the way for Lil Kesh, Adekunle Gold, Young John, Fields. Vector and MI paved the way for Odumodu, Black Bones, AQYP. Fido paved the way for Jerick. Well, I need to give you your flowers, young lady, because you really just did break this down for many of us or many of the viewers that do not even have an idea who paved the way for who. Very interesting. Well, this is now Jaywon's current tweet. He did tweet this today. He's really being on a line and on X saying a lot and really just saying how he feels. Well, it looks like Burna Boy's boys and his guys, you know, his gang have also responded to Jaywon as well. The likes of Manny, his right-hand man, they've come out to say a lot as well on X, and they're currently really upset. Well, Jaywon has responded to them. It says, if Burna Boy, bomb boy, oh, okay. If Burna bomb boys, they rant, I go understand. Why, but no... I go understand why, but no be Odumodu, LOL. In that interview, I talk my mind and also give kudos when need be. But y'all too quick to chat shit about my career. We don't last past on our whole life. Keep crying. Well, this was just some hours ago. Jaywon, as usual, will always say his mind. He's pretty expressive. He will say how he feels, and he is really saying how he feels. Well, this is at Odumodu Black. His response. This is interesting. It's a back and forth going on right now, guys, and I must say this is not even funny. Well, this is Odumodu saying anybody way blow for Abuja, no be Odumodu pave way for now God. I do not have the power or mind to pave way for anybody. Everybody get their struggle industry machine. Well, this is the name that Odumodu goes by sometimes. So yeah, that's industry machine for you. Jaywon has also come out to respond again and said, as far as I'm concerned, Odumodu is just as arrogant as the rest of them. And everybody knows the music is not all that, but you know, I respect your hustle still, bro. Keep crying. The people supporting you too know the truth. No be everything be gra-gra. Sometimes calm down to listen to small advice. Oh God. Oh Lord. I mean, guys, did you really think it was going to get to that? Yes, it did get to that. At this point, we're hoping... Burna Boy also saying something, because he said something to Idris. So let's see what he's going to say to Jaywon. Well, this is a final tweet at Puja Media. Jaywon versus Odumodu Black versus Burna Boy. You should have put the Burna Boy part 2. This economy is not hitting them. Where do them see energy? Ask the same question I actually have for them too. Where are you seeing this energy? Well, that's okay. I understand. It's okay. Beautiful. Well, that is it on today's edition here on hashtags here on VOP TV. Well, there's a lot of basketballs, like I said, a lot of this who paved the way and who did not pave the way and who said something and who gave the way. Just everybody is doing something for somebody. Well, I mean, we'd love to see more and more reactions from the individuals themselves. Odumodu has spoken, Jaywon has spoken. We'd like to see a reaction from Burna Boy, and maybe we'll take it on the next edition of hashtags. But for now, that's how far we are going to go on today's edition. Well, lovely having you today on my show. I would love to see you next time. Same station, same place. I'm Kayla and I'm your host. And of course, you can be a part of the show every time. I'm on here on YouTube at Voice of the People TV and on social media we're at VOP TV Live. Drop your comment sessions down below. What you think, what your opinions are. I'd love to know. And we'll be taking your responses. All right. And thank you very much for being a part of the show. Have a good one.